In this example, we're going to download and install WinSCP, which is an SSH client that allows us to copy using secure copy to and from a Linux server and Windows. So I came to the University of Arizona's sitelicense.arizona.edu site, and then I found a link on here for students. So under the students link, I found SSH, and then from SSH now I'm going to use WinSCP. So SCP is for file transfer. We just downloaded in another example PuTTY, which is a terminal emulator. So WinSCP was going to allow us to copy our files from our local machine to the Linux machine. So down here is the download for that. I'm going to fully install it so that we can have directly from our start program. And somewhere here should be the download. Maybe. Looks like here it's not actually linked, so I'm going to right-click on documentation. I hope. Right-click and open it in a new tab. Looks like some of these links are broken here. So I'm going to come over here to WinSCP, and then I'm just going to go straight to the download part. So it's not a great website, is it? Download, there we are. Download WinSCP 5.5, so here we are, installation package. And I'm going to go ahead and run the installer. So your mileage may vary in terms of how long it takes to download these, run the scan, etc. I'm not going to go back and edit this video because it's pretty time consuming to just snip out this little bit. I wish I could. Actually, you probably wish that I had some good jokes that I could tell while the downloaded installation is happening, because it's sort of boring to watch this come by. So I'm going to go ahead and go through with the installation now, just for complete clarity. I always accept the agreements. You should probably look through them all, but I'm not a lawyer, and so I can't really advise you on that. So I'm going to do the typical installation. And you have a couple of different ways to do the initial user settings, but you can change this later. So I'm familiar with the commander style, and so I'm only going to show that one. And go ahead and do the installation now. So it's telling me that there's a few sites that I've already visited using PuTTY. Do you want to import them into WinSCP? I'll say yes. So that means that it'll go ahead and trust those certificates and all the user information that are associated with those. And so I do want to launch SCP, but I don't want to open the Getting Started pages. Okay, so now we can try to connect to ECE3. I'll edit this information here and go ahead and provide my username. And I'm going to leave my password open. And the file or protocol that I'm going to use is secure copy, SCP. It doesn't actually matter whether you use SCP or SFTP, etc. But I'm going to pick SCP because it may be that the server that I'm going to use may not have an SFTP site. So now we're ready to do the login. So now I'm going to enter my password. This is my regular NetID password. And now it's going to pull up two different file systems. So the one on the left is going to be, I believe, my local system, and the one on the right is going to be the remote system of ECE3. I don't need this web page anymore. So here is my local machine, C users Jonathan Sprinkle documents, and this is the remote machine, ECE3. So I can actually go here to ECE275. I've got a couple of tar gzipped files here that I've used in some of the Mac assignments that I've uploaded to ECE275. I'm going to take this one and bring it over here. And so it's going to go ahead and transfer the file. And so now I can see that I've got this TGZ or tar gzipped file that's downloaded onto Windows. And if I come back to just Windows Explorer, I should see in my documents directory that I have this assignment0.tgz. I'm going to drag it up into ECE275. Of course, I could have just downloaded it into the ECE275 directory if I wanted to, but I chose not to. So now ECE275, and I've got this TGZ file. If I try to extract this using the compressed folder tools, it sort of freaks out. It doesn't really know how to do it. So it could try to do a couple of different things in the locations that it has, but it doesn't really know what to do with zipping or unzipping gzipped files. So for the next demo, I'm going to go and find a tool from Site License that will allow me to download and extract TGZ files.